Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak English Fluently. My name is Maya.
And I'm Ben.
If you enjoy learning everyday English in a relaxed and practical way, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our future episodes. Okay, let me tell you something that happened this morning. I walked into my kitchen, opened the fridge, and said, "Do we have some milk?"
That sounds normal.
Right. But then I went to the store and asked, "Do you have some milk?" And the store clerk looked a little confused.
Wait, those two sentences sound the same to me. What's the problem?
Exactly. That's where many English learners get stuck. Small word, big difference.
So today we're fixing that confusion, right?
Yes. Today, we're going to talk about when to use some and when to use any in real conversations. And don't worry, we'll keep it simple and practical.
Good, because honestly, I think I've been guessing this my whole life.
You're not alone. Let's break it down step by step. Rule number 1. Some is usually used in positive sentences.
Positive, like happy sentences?
Not exactly. I mean sentences that are not negative and not questions, just normal statements.
Got it. Give me an example.
I have some water.
Okay, that sounds easy.
Another one. She bought some apples.
So some equals normal statements.
Yes, most of the time. Now, rule number 2, any is usually used in negative sentences and questions.
All right, example?
Negative, I don't have any water.
So when we say don't, we use any.
Exactly. Question, do you have any water?
Wait, earlier you said, do we have some milk?
Good catch. That's where it gets interesting. And this is where many learners get confused.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're breaking your own rule.
Not really. There's a small twist. Rule number 3. Use some in questions when you expect the answer to be yes or when you're offering something.
Oh, so it depends on the feeling behind the question.
Exactly. English is not just grammar, it's intention.
Give me examples, please.
Sure. If I say, "Do you want some coffee?" I'm offering you coffee. I think you might say yes.
Right, that sounds friendly.
But if I say, "Do you have any coffee?" I'm just asking for information. I don't know the answer.
That makes sense. So any equals neutral question, some equals expecting yes or offering.
Perfect. Now, let's test you a little.
Uh-oh.
Say this. I need blank help. Some or any?
Positive sentence, so some help.
Correct. Now, I don't need blank help.
That's negative, so any help.
Perfect again. Now, this one is tricky. Can I have blank water?
Question, so any?
Not this time. It's some water.
Why?
Because you're requesting something politely, you expect a yes.
So it's like offering or requesting.
Exactly.
Okay, I see the pattern now.
Let's make it even clearer with a quick comparison. Do you have any snacks? I'm just asking. Can I have some snacks? I want snacks.
And honestly, I always want snacks.
I know you do.
This is actually easier than I thought, but also, I've definitely been using it wrong sometimes.
That's normal. Even small words can be tricky, but once you understand the pattern, it becomes natural. Let's go deeper with a guided practice. I'll give you a situation and you respond.
Let's do it.
You're at a restaurant. You want bread. What do you say?
Can I have any bread?
Nope. Try again.
Can I have some bread?
Perfect. Now you're asking the waiter a general question.
Do you have any bread?
Exactly. See the difference?
Yeah, one is asking for something, the other is just checking.
Great. Now, let's try a negative situation. You opened your fridge and it's empty.
That's a sad situation.
Very sad. Now say,
I don't have any food.
correct. Not some food, right?
Yeah, because it's negative.
Perfect. Now, let's make it a little more natural. Imagine you're talking to a friend. You say, I need some money.
Sounds like me every weekend.
But if you say, I don't have any money, that changes the meaning.
Yeah, that sounds more serious.
Exactly. So these words don't just change grammar, they change how your message feels.
That's actually important.
Very important. Now, let's build your instinct. I'll say 2 sentences, and you tell me which one sounds correct. Do you want any tea, or do you want some tea?
Some tea because you're offering.
Good. I didn't buy some eggs, or I didn't buy any eggs.
Any eggs because it's negative.
Perfect. You're getting it.
Slowly, but yes.
That's how learning works, step by step. Now, before we move on, here's the quick tip that many learners miss. Don't overthink it. If you try to memorize too many rules, you'll get confused.
Yeah, I already feel my brain heating up.
Just remember 3 things. Some for positive sentences, any for negative and general questions, some, again, for offers and polite requests.
That's actually clean and simple.
Exactly. Keep it simple and your English will sound natural. In the next part, we're going to practice real-life phrases you can use every day, and we'll test you with quick mini quizzes.
Uh-oh, more tests.
Don't worry, you'll pass.
I hope so.
And if you're listening right now, here's a quick question for you. What would you say? Do you have some time or do you have any time?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Think about it and we'll explain it next. Welcome back. If you were thinking about that question, do you have some time or do you have any time? This is where it gets interesting.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about it. I'd say anytime?
That's correct, because you're asking a general question. You don't know the answer.
So if I say, do you have some time, that sounds different?
Exactly. It sounds like you expect the answer to be yes, or you're gently pushing for it.
Oh, like I'm hoping you'll say yes.
Right. Now, let's move into something super useful. Real-life phrases you can use every day.
This is my favorite part.
Good. Let's build your phrase pack. These are natural sentences native speakers use all the time. First, can I have some water?
Easy. That's a polite request.
Next, do you have any questions?
That's something teachers say all the time.
Exactly. It's a general question. Next, I need some help.
Positive sentence again.
Good. I don't have any idea.
That sounds very natural.
Yes, and very common. Next, would you like some coffee?
Offer, so, some.
Perfect. Is there any problem?
That's a question, so, any.
Correct. I bought some groceries.
Positive sentence.
Yes. We don't have any time left.
Negative, so, any.
Good. Can I get some advice?
Request, so, some.
Exactly. Last one. Are there any seats available?
That's a question, so, any.
Perfect.
Okay, I like this. These are actually sentences I can use today.
That's the goal. Real English, not textbook English. Now let's do a guided practice loop. I'll give you situations and you respond naturally.
Let's go.
You're in a cafe. You want sugar.
Can I have any sugar?
Not quite. Try again.
Can I have some sugar?
Yes, because it's a request.
Got it.
Now you're asking the cafe worker a general question.
Do you have any sugar?
Perfect. Next situation. You're at home and your fridge is empty.
I don't have any food.
Correct. Now you just went shopping.
I bought some food.
Exactly.
This is starting to feel automatic.
That's what we want. Now let's challenge you a little more.
I knew it was coming.
Mini quiz time. Quick answers, no overthinking.
Okay, I'll try.
Sentence 1. Do you want cake?
Some cake.
Correct. Offer. Sentence 2. I didn't see people.
Any people.
Good. Negative. Sentence 3. We need information.
Positive, so some information.
Perfect. Sentence 4. Is there milk left?
That's a question, so any milk.
Correct. Sentence 5. Would you like some dessert?
Offer, so some dessert.
Perfect score.
I'm impressed with myself.
You should be. Now let's talk about a common mistake learners make.
I'm ready.
Many learners use some in negative sentences.
Like, I don't have some money?
Exactly. That sounds unnatural.
So always use any in negatives.
Yes, almost always. Stick to that rule, it will save you from mistakes.
That's a good shortcut.
Another mistake, using any when making offers.
Like, do you want any coffee?
It's not wrong, but it sounds less friendly.
So some coffee sounds warmer.
Exactly. More natural, more polite.
That's actually a big difference.
Yes, small words, big impact. Now let's make it more conversational. Imagine you're talking to a friend at home. You say, "Hey, do you want some pizza?"
That sounds friendly.
And your friend says, "No, I don't want any pizza."
Nice contrast, some and any in one conversation.
Exactly. Now another situation. You're in a meeting. The manager says, "Do you have any questions?"
And I say, yes, I have some questions.
Perfect. That's exactly how it works.
Wow, that feels natural now.
That's the goal. Now here's a quick pro tip.
I like pro tips.
If you're ever confused, ask yourself, is this a positive sentence? Use some. Is this negative or a general question? Use any. Is this an offer or request? Use some.
That's actually super clear.
Keep repeating that in your mind when you practice. Now, before we move to the final part, here's a quick challenge for you, listening right now. Fill in the blank. I can't find keys.
That should be any keys.
Correct. Next, would you like tea or coffee?
Some key or coffee.
Perfect. And last one, we have good news.
Positive, so some good news.
Exactly.
I feel like I can actually use this in real life now.
That's what matters. Not just understanding, but using it confidently. In the next part, we'll do a full recap, a few final real-life scenarios, and we'll give you a simple way to remember everything forever.
And hopefully no more tricky questions.
No promises.
Uh-oh.
Stay with us. Now into the final part. If you've made it this far, you're doing amazing.
Yeah, seriously. This is one of those small topics that actually makes a big difference in how natural you sound.
Exactly. And now we're going to lock it in so you never forget it.
Please, I don't want to forget after this.
Don't worry. Let's start with a quick, clean recap. Rule 1. Use some in positive sentences.
Like, I have some free time.
Perfect. Rule 2. Use any in negative sentences and general questions.
I don't have any free time.
Good.
Do you have any free time?
Exactly. Rule 3. Use some in offers and polite requests.
Would you like some coffee?
Yes.
Can I have some water?
Perfect. That's it. 3 simple rules.
Honestly, when you say it like that, it feels easy.
Because it is, if you don't overcomplicate it. Now let's put everything together in real-life situations.
Let's do it.
Situation 1. You're at a friend's house. You say, "Do you have any snacks?"
And my friend says, yeah, I have some chips.
Exactly. Then your friend offers, "Do you want some?"
And I say, yes,
I'd love some.
Perfect conversation.
Also very realistic because I always say yes to snacks.
I know. Situation 2. You're in a meeting. The manager says, "Does anyone have any questions?"
And I say, yes, I have some questions.
Exactly. Notice how natural that sounds.
Yeah, it flows.
Situation 3. You're shopping. You ask, "Do you have any discounts?"
And the worker says, yes, we have some special offers today.
Perfect again.
I'm starting to think in English instead of translating.
That's a big step. That's exactly what we want. Now let's do one final quick quiz, just to make sure everything is clear.
All right, last challenge.
Sentence 1. I don't have blank energy today.
Any energy.
Correct. Sentence 2. Can I ask you blank questions?
That's a request, so some questions.
Perfect. Sentence 3. Do you see blank problems here?
General question, any problems.
Yes. Sentence 4. We made blank progress today.
Positive, some progress.
Exactly. Sentence 5. Would you like blank help?
Offer, some help.
Perfect score again.
I think I finally understand this.
Not just understand, you can use it now.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, here's something important before we finish. Don't try to be perfect every time. Focus on being clear and natural.
Yeah, because if you stop and think too much, the conversation is already gone.
Exactly. Speak, make small mistakes, learn, and improve. That's how fluency works.
I like that.
Now, let's end with a simple habit you can use every day.
Okay, I'm listening.
When you hear English, movies, podcasts, conversations, pay attention to some and any.
So basically, train your ear.
Yes, the more you hear it, the more natural it becomes.
That actually helped me a lot when I was learning.
Exactly. Input creates instinct. And now, a quick question for you listening right now. What would you say? Can I get any help? Or can I get some help?
I know this one. Some help.
Good. If you got that right, you're on the right track. All right, before we go, if you enjoyed learning with us today, don't forget to subscribe to Speak English Fluently so you never miss an episode.
And if this episode helped you, share it with a friend who's learning English too.
Keep practicing, keep listening, and most importantly, keep speaking.
See you in the next episode.